term. Like when you watch modern day like things like DVD, like you have DVD, you have people who make CD through music, which is not music, but you mix music as it's media, and your other media like movie. So getting the new thing going, like this is video that link to Fine Art America, which show things that may look some may look personal, but this is artwork because you express yourself through artwork. So finding art, you do not express yourself like physical in that sense because that's negative. So doing it positive, you deal with like making money. So deal with marketing and showing that you may hear phrase that show back to the term April 20 that show negative in somewhat way because it's showing kind of violence which you're trying to show positive through Adolf. So watching documentary, I've never seen Adolf personally use a gun on anyone. I've seen Adolf documentary realism. The guy own army and own other things and control a country, and those people use weaponry. But personally, never seen Adolf even in movie. She was a messenger, and the whole thing going on with the Jesus saving life on the battlefield, dude not dying, and the whole thing going on. That's not luck. That's Jesus showing you the time. So having the concept coming off 100, like getting the gravestone, continuing with part two, like this is love song 2. So showing you the first way with the ABC. So this is like part 2 coming with the gravestone. So the one gravestone with the no ages, yeah, you get 100 in somewhat way. So you can get the numbers of saying Joseph is May 33, and then you imply what Alice's age is, and then you do it vice versa. But you cannot go too old or too young in a sense because it doesn't fit. If you understand what I mean, that's when God come into play. It's like modern day when people say about sugar daddy or whatever or some shit like that. You have to be careful in somewhat way. So be in realistic and trying to make money and looking out like guidance class does. Because if you're not looking out, then you can fall into the trap or whatever thing set for you. Because God set the plan in that sense. You cannot just go and not viewing like an eagle. So following the bird, that's how I sell the bird. And when you get art and you get the T, you get an S. So you understand art does sell and proving it in that way with the alphabet. So being the first person to use the alphabet in that sense, it might look kind of weird in that, but it does work out. Alphabetical order, as in alpha. Word, phrase in the back of the Bible. So learning like with Kobe Bryant, like the guy died playing basketball year 2020. Some people be like 2020 vision. So being like getting the concept of the guy died on January 26th. So Jesus died on 23. I mean, age 33. So age 33, I mean 3 and 3. Jesus died. So when you minus or you take away from the 26, you get back 3. So that's to spell God. So in that sense, and with the word number 8, and when you abbreviate with the alphabet, with the Bryant, then you get the U, which is the guy famous for his number 8 uniform. That's what the guy mostly be famous for, the number 8. As in the team he plays on, and then your first name to what the first name is, mainly what the guy does, jump with the ball. Like that's main thing, jumping with the ball, the realism, and then the alphabet, the word shit again, and other people like Paul Walker. You might be like dying date, which really never really study until they use art. Coming back from Adolf positively with November 30. So Jesus number is 33. So minus the 33 from the 30, you end up back with 3, knowing that's God. So if you get the whole altercation, 3, 3, and Jesus. So be in the realest sense like that, then that's how you spell God. As easy as 1, 2, 3, and then Lord 4, and then Jesus 5, and then the whole 12 disciple. Yet the whole idea of with the Judah selling out, so the whole 12 disciples is also a number. So you use numerology with Catholic religion, and then they get the whole altercation with the April 20, and then you prove it with artwork, and then prove it with modern day, like going, like showing the walk to a building with the guy and shit that drive the truck with the license plate. You actually can prove it like modern day Moses type of shit going on. So I don't work voodoo or none of that shit that come from video game. Like Call of Duty with video game Mother, Preacher, Dusty, and the voodoo. So you play it off in that sense. So you don't study that negative term like some people does, which you're not judging people. So you keep it visual. Because some people use the Bible in that sense and make money, which lead back to different terms, as in the guy with the back of the Bible. You probably pray to the money, which cannot work, or the Illuminati shit, which cannot work. And there's other name, which a girl I help. As I'm saying, the last place she stand up was like a building. She believed that she can get money or her life back through money. In that sense, with the whole sign with the Illuminati and shit, coming back with the name like with the R and the A and the Brown. So last name Brown, first name ending with a A. So the whole concept go in that sense. A and B. And you did help that person and that person died in that sense. That's long time shit, but to show you you're the last person to view that person. Same as the 37, the building. And then with other people on the list showing you with the guy last name Lee. You freeze Lee. Well, the guy was mental in that sense, which shows you the same thing with his family. In that sense, because they don't understand a simple alphabetical order. E and F, and that's the way you're supposed to. I don't know, Jesus work out that in a sense, but when you Paul Walker, a famous person, you get November 30, and then you get the number 3. So you understand that's God. Just like in the church, as I'm in Falmouth, with the whole gravestone going on. March 30, and then number 3, and then you get back with Alice Elizabeth. Same thing with the Rasta guy, with the whole Jah and spreading. He's the first guy to spread still has a name in that sense as a god through music. So you get back the same number 3, which is 2, and you can spell rat as in R-O, which is rotten, and then you can spell off, and you get the whole clue with the whole thing going on. So the guy implicate that he's not worried, which is a gesture, but you show it opposite when you're going off. Because you want other people to fall into the trick. So to be, it's just like STD, as the person's sarcasm is finding out, but the face is smiling. Some people cry it off, and some people worried it. Some people be like out of space, and some people be smiling. So when you study different emotion coming back from like real serious shit, like with the whole color coded like going around, that serious thing going on, like in a sense, to be in the same thing going on, because that's not right frame of mind, but you have to your own choices. But mixed in general population is the same thing. Like, dude have to be walking around, and then you have to do the same thing going on. And then when you have kids, the same thing going on. So I believe the world will run in the same sense with April 20, fighting against certain group. Like it's not a party, it's above government, but showing you have to make certain things happen in a sense using real item, and then make item have understandable meaning through modern day shit, which is leading back to life, which people even love money in that sense. So being like you cannot be too lame, so you have to imply modern day shit like music and the same Renaissance, just as though you have the song Renaissance coming back from the same country with the Rasta guy. So taking phrase and name and bring it back in modern day time, and there's a time for everything. Just like opera. When you ABC shit, the opera is kind of dead. So when you put back sense, you have to be, that's only a category of music. Same thing with artwork. So you cannot judge people artwork because it's categorized. So you have Picasso in a category and you have different people in a category. So this is realism and you get year one experience. And ABC with Caravaggio, paint and Leonardo O, paint, you get back the painter, which is same thing with Adolf with the middle name. And then the last name, I understand the guy is a soldier. And then the guy is a spirit. Same thing with Annie Palmer. So in the Annie Palmer shit, Palmer, which is R, the lady is a spirit, and then people spread negative shit about the lady in that sense. But the thing is about making money, so you always have implication of negative, but you have to keep it positive. And that's how the thing works, because the world can't run on positive only. So you always have a thing going like a battery does. So when you imply the ABC in real term, like in like with Shakur, you have Shakur end with the R, Shakur, you get the guy shooting. And that's how this shit is ending up, in a sense. So when you Christopher Wallace, the guy real name, 25, and you minus the 33, you get back the number 8. As I said, that's what they were showing, 8. And then you get back the number 12 through the same concept with the birthday. So when your birthday, the number, you get back the number 12 in that sense. So that's Jesus click. So when you do other people, like other people, ABC, like it's that easy to find out. Like even like Michael Jackson, if you understand N and O, and the guy overdose, which is real shit. But when you get back the same thing going on, there's a 23, and 23 leader back to somebody who in sport. Same Michael. And the Michael to Michael in sport, wearing the same color going on, but the only difference is the arm. You cannot wear the band going on because that's two different uniform. Because they're known for their uniform, because it's media. So being 56, Michael Jackson being 56, as all they say Adolf is 56, and you get the whole idea with the armband and the moonwalk and the real color. Same thing going on. So doing your artwork in that sense, that represented how I presented. So I'm the first person to come up with the idea of like putting a book and can put names and then tell how a person died and then add the name. I understand that Jesus is the one that actually take the people off. Like really, in that sense, with the whole tree and the numbers never lie. So if a guy implies fear with guns, you have to do the application of the maths and guns as well. I'm an engineer who design things through Leonardo, which is like mine and different armory, like weaponry, like hand weaponry, rifle, or grenade, when you have the time. So when you calculate 5, you end up with 0. Just like with the guy with the burgundy with the blood run like taxi and shit. Same thing modern day time, because the phrase coming back, and there's other like media out there with the phrase also, but you have to apply it positively. Like with the whole on God, with the music on God, you get back the phrase back then with the same color going on. So if you get the Elizabeth, kinda with the blue, and then you imply the Alice back to the Elizabeth again, because that's their name. Love song 1, love song 2, you get the yellow and the blue, and get the idea of the April 20 in detail. So in modern day time, because art take time to build, you have to build a portfolio. You have to be like starting from 1 and do your work. So you cannot be like building a portfolio out of the blue unless you're stealing people artwork, and that wouldn't be fitting. So being at an age level, you're working with Jesus in that sense. So you may plan things and you may plan not your way. You still have to obey the God rule, because the number 1 and 2 and 0, like 120. You still get back the 87 and you still get back the 3 and the 3. So if you understand the warning coming back, like redemption and shit, like with Exodus at the back of the Bible, everyone get a warning to their close warning until they understand. In that sense, to clear up themselves. So some people get early warning Just as though you go to high school, everyone go to high school and have people who disappear and shit and the whole thing. So everyone has their own experience. So at ABC mine, I have names, but they can actually work out in the same alphabetical order. And I imply it back with artwork in that sense. So having item like sticker, so it can be like you're not just selling artwork,